Good afternoon, everyone. Um, I know I'm a day late, but I was busy. But it's Jayhawks 21 back with you again. Um, talking about week 3. Uh, First game I want to talk about is, of course, Thursday Night Football, which I picked the Titans to beat the Jaguars in, and I lost that bet. Not bet, but pick. Gardner Minshew showed up again, which is good for Jacksonville. They won by 24-17 was the final. But Gardner Minshew is, in my opinion, coming out really well. Um, he's leading Jacksonville's offense uh, decently. Leonard Fournette has not gotten on track, in my opinion, but hopefully he'll come in shot, come in soon. He did have a 69-yard run on Thursday night. The next game that I'm going to talk about is, of course, Kansas City. Kansas City, and they played Baltimore. And uh, first game at home, and they redid the stadium, and the field looked pretty cool. They didn't do their normal Kansas City Chiefs logo or their Kansas City Chiefs sign, just the Chiefs on the end zones. They mixed it up, which I thought was pretty cool. Patrick Mahomes does it again. Threw for 300 plus yards, 3 touchdowns, threw it to many different receivers. He is on task to break his 50 touchdown record. I think he'll do it this year, maybe even break the 5,000 mark again, maybe win MVP. Lamar Jackson did good. Player that stood out to me on the Ravens side was Mark Ingram. He had 3 touchdowns, which is really good for him, considering from where he came from. He's starting to come out, which is good. But again, Kansas City remains undefeated again. So that's good news for me, considering I'm a Chiefs fan. The next game that I'm going to talk about is the Bills and oh my gracious, the Bills game, which Cincinnati. They played Cincinnati, which Cincinnati almost came back and won, but the Bills' defense looks for real, in my opinion. They just got to pick their matchups. But first season in a while that they've gone into week 4, 3-0. My opinion is I think they'll stop after this weekend. They play the Patriots, so that'll, I think, in my opinion, that will stop afterwards. Um, of course, the next game is going to be the Patriots game. They, oh my gracious, you have to forgive me. They played the Jets, which the Jets without Sam Darnold is not. They're not looking good to me. Of course, they played New England. Tom Brady shows up again as usual, and uh, good thing. Good thing they got that win, in my opinion, because I think everybody in New England was freaking out that they had let go of Antonio Brown. Allegations were uh, set up to where it looks like he did a couple things, which you have to forgive me, I forgot what they were. But good win for New England. Um, Detroit beat the Eagles by 3, 27-24, and Matthew Stafford looked good the last weekend, so that's good for him. I don't know how many touchdowns he threw, but I think he threw one. But the good thing is that if they were able to beat Arizona, if they could have beaten Arizona, they would have been undefeated. They would be undefeated in the undefeated march with all the rest of the teams. But they go home and they face Kansas City. So, my opinion, in that game, I don't think it it might be close. I don't think it will. If Patrick Mahomes does what he did last week, he will destroy their defense. Um, but we'll see what happens. Green Bay and Denver played Sunday. This game, to me, brings back so many memories when I was a kid. I watched these two teams play it back in the day when I was about 5. I know it's a long time ago, but Green Bay gets the best of Denver. Uh, no, no Super Bowl, of course, but that's the last time I saw him play. But Green Bay's defense looks outstanding. Their offense needs to get rolling. If their offense gets rolling, watch out because they will destroy everybody in their path. Um, so they go to Dallas this weekend, and we'll see what happens there. And speaking of Dallas, they win again. Dak does it again. Throws, I think, 3 more touchdowns, which is amazing. Um, they I forgot who they were playing, but the good news is that Dak and the Dallas Cowboys are undefeated for now. I have them losing to Green Bay this weekend. Um, Next game is the Giants and Tampa Bay, and this game is going to be. This game was a good game. Daniel Jones got his first start last week, and he threw for 4 touchdowns and ran for 2, and that is not peculiar for a rookie quarterback. Usually, you'll see a rookie quarterback just get destroyed, but he led an 18-point comeback and beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is good for the Giants, which I think, considering they lost Saquon, they're going to need someone like Jones um, to help them out. And they got Sterling Shepard back, so he'll have someone to throw to, which is good. Carolina won without Cam Newton. Their backup, Kyle Allen, did really good, and he threw for a couple touchdowns. And of course, they beat Arizona, which Arizona still got some figuring out to do. But well, we'll see what happens. And the Sunday night game was a really good game as well. The Rams played Cleveland, and Cleveland's on a little downslide. I think they've gotten too much air in their head, and I think that they're going to have to go back to the drawing board. The Rams looked good. They got Cooper Kupp back, so which is good for them. That's really good for them. And then you have Indianapolis, which is a surprising team to me because I didn't expect Indianapolis to do well this year. Their offense is clicking, and they beat the Falcons, which the Falcons surprised me. They aren't doing that good this year. So either the Falcons get something going this weekend, or they may have to fire somebody. My opinion, you gotta get Julio involved. So that's my opinion for that team. Jacoby Brissett he's not looking like he used to. He's looking really good. It's just my opinion. Minnesota. I think Minnesota played decent. I can't remember if they won or they lost. I think they lost. You have to forgive me. I forgot who to write these down, but I'm just doing a quick skim by. I can't remember, but they looked choppy again after the loss last week. I think they played Denver. Yeah, I think they played Denver. But you'll have to forgive me. Next week I'll have to write these teams down so I can tell you who all won and who didn't. And then finally Monday night, it was the Bears in Washington, which wasn't a surprise. The Bears won. Khalil Mack wreaked havoc in the backfield as usual. Destroyed Case Keenum, the offense is not clicking like the Bears' offense is clicking finally, but Washington's offense is not doing that well like everybody thought they would. But uh, again, if you like, if you enjoy these videos, comment below, post a like, thumbs up, and this is Jayhawks 21 calling out. You guys have a good day. Thanks for listening. Bye.